Hi, today I have a 6.0, but pretty much it can be any one of these engines, or any one of the newer ones, anything into the 2000 and up. What I want to talk about is the strategy of what happens when you lose a signal either to the coolant temp or the oil temp. The computer will try to compensate or infer what the temperature is, and what I mean by that, it'll take one, if you lose the oil temp or you lose the coolant temp signal, it'll just say, okay, the oil's probably the same temperature as the coolant, or the coolant's the same temperature as the oil, and it'll make a match. Will set a code, but they may be hard to diagnose if you're just looking at the input, because you will see a temp, but that temp you see is inferred. It's not really real. And the way to catch these is by looking at the voltage, because it won't fake the voltage, but it will fake the temperature input. So if you're just using a basic scanner, it's not going to show up. And here, the best way to show this is if we look at the this truck does have a code. Let me go ahead and show you that. See, it has a code 197 for the oil temp. We look at 197, we have it highlighted. It says the oil temp circuit. But if we were just watching the PIDs and looking at it, well, it says coolant temp's at 87, oil temp it's 89, so you would think, okay, it must have a signal. But look at the voltage. Engine coolant temp 2.5, well, 2.65. Oil temp 0. So what it's done, since it's lost the signal, or there's something going on with the signal, it's taken the coolant temp and applied it to the oil temp. And it would do it either way. It'll take the oil temp and apply it to the coolant temp and do this to us. So you can't always just watch an input of the monitor the temperature, because it may, again, I know I keep saying this, but it may be fake just because it's using the other one to run the vehicle. And also up there using the IDS, it does tell me that there's a temperature fault. But the best thing to do whenever you have a problem on any of these vehicles, it doesn't matter if it's injection pressure, oil temp, coolant temp, anything, you want to look at voltage too, because it'll never fake voltage. It may fake an input to try to get the vehicle to run that strategy, but not the temp. And here I'll show you on this one. No, I did not do this. The customer brought it in. They did their own oil cooler, but I'll show you what I actually found with it. There you see that's the oil temp sensor. It's right up here by the oil filter, and you can see the wires pinched underneath the oil filter housing. So there's a problem. We have to take it back apart, fix the wiring, put a new pigtail on it, and get it going. But also for reference, oil temp is over here by the oil filter. In relationship, you can see the turbo. The coolant temp sensor is on the front of the intake manifold right here. That's your fan, the cold side charge air cooler, and right there on the front of the timing cover, actually, I'm sorry, the timing cover is where your coolant temp sensor is. So you have your coolant temp there, oil temp here, intake manifold temp here. So anyhow, hopefully that helps you sometime when you get one of these things that you're getting a code, but yet when you watch the PID, the temps seem right. So make sure you look at voltage on these things. Thank you.